Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. Another impromptu video this week. I've lost count. That's quite alright. I told you guys that I would keep you guys updated, and I meant it. I finally got the answers to the haunting, to these unexplainable phenomenon. I've known since Wednesday. I've made videos, and none of them were just up to good standing with me. It explains a lot of things, but it doesn't explain a lot of things either. The paranormal entity that's been fucking with my door, hiding behind my roommate's vehicle, baby monitor, the fire, sad to say that I don't know. As of right now, it's a rogue entity. Possibly hired by somebody else, I don't know. But as of right now, it's a rogue enemy, or entity. It's not uncommon, but I mean, I've had random entities come by, but only, well, actually, no, that's not a fair thing to say, because outside of these randoms have been shadow people. But this is not common, or this is not uncommon to me. So if it's from somebody else, I don't know. Is it I mean, I just don't know. As of right now, it is it's a rogue entity, and that's all I can really tell you about that. Which doesn't matter, because upon further investigating, now this might have something to do with my cat. Coming back from the dead. And it's funny because if you go to my Witches of No Honor video, my brother in arms said something about, in magic there's usually what I call splash damage. It's a term that we've used in the Magic the Gathering gameplay and such, if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering. It's basically a card game of wizards. You and your opponent are wizards, and you pretty much cast spells, summon creatures, and try to reduce each other's decks down to 0, or their life points, which is 20, down to 0. You got all kinds of spell cards, like counter spells, instants, and stuff. there's some cards where you can attack a creature and it can also attack your opponent too at the same time. Or at least I think. My buddy Ian would know. I've stopped playing Magic like a decade ago. So it's been 10 years since I've stopped playing, so things might have changed. So don't hold me to anything. And I've forgotten all about this. I assumed because she was asking for pictures. You know, specific pictures. So I automatically assumed that she did take out Mr. Mumbles. And she did take out Pesky. But on the other hand, Pesky like Lazarus has risen from the dead. I'll get to that momentarily. It turns out that I'm not just cursed. Or, not cursed. Well, turns out I'm not just being magically attacked. And my animals getting hit along with it. It turns out I'm more than just being attacked with a Cullum, which is basically Filipino voodoo. Asking for pictures of me, my cats, my roommates, you know. Turns out it's much more than that. There's a higher magic in the Philippines. See, Cullum, that's low magic. That's low magic. The stuff as of recently, which may be the cause of my headaches. Because I'll always try to put science before. But, it seems more relevant to this. And it does possibly explain Mr. Mumbles. I was hit with let's go to Wednesday, February 14th. Yeah, some Valentine's Day gift, huh? I am more than being magically attacked. I am hexed. And then I'm being hexed by a Mam Ba Barang. MAMBABARNG. this is live, so I can't really, you know, screenshot it and edit it. It is a witch in the Philippines who commands insects and or spirits to do their bidding. They are masters of the craft of cursing and hexing. And in this case, there is no presence of spirits, which, after that unexplainable video, it kind of died down when the investigation started. So that kind of makes sense that there is no spirit around. And it's still been pretty quiet about it. However, what was inside your furry friend, there was indeed insects. Coleoptera. Beetles, if you don't know. Luckily, and I quote, "Lucky for you, I know how to dispose of the six-legged vermin and cut the threads. I did so. The question remaining is them returning." Now, I know what you're thinking. Will, Karos, depending on where you know me. But for those who don't know, Karos is my magical name, given to me by my patron goddess, Ereshkigal, herself. When she presented me to actually, hold on. I want to share this real quick because I don't know how to save articles. For those on Facebook, will probably see it. I know what you're thinking. How can Uziel go to... So this solves one question. Now, her and Shitface went to the normal one. I'll explain that here anyway. Let's go to Wikipedia. Barong is a Cebuano or Cebuano term, the island of Cebu, basically. Term taken to mean all forms of malignant magic or sorcery. Barong. Title: Ma Barong. Description: warlock or witch. Gender, male or female. Region, Philippines. Equivalent, shaman and monkukulum, which is what's been done to me previously. Barong is a noun used to describe malignant sorcery or familiar spirits, usually a swarm of destructive insects, specifically carnivorous beetles. Other synonymous words used in the island of Siquijor, because I don't know how to speak Filipino. Secure, I guess. I don't know. If anybody from the Philippines is watching this, please help me pronounce that. Include Haplit, Paktol, and Anyao. I believe I pronounced those right. Again, I'm sorry. I'm just a white boy in America. Leave me alone, please. Mabarong, noun, is a practitioner of the specific type of sorcery or witchcraft. Binarong, noun, is the target of the sorcery or witchcraft, which is me. Nabarong, adjective, means someone or something experiencing the effects of the curse or hex, i.e., me and my cat. I know Mumbles made his journey a long time ago. Unfortunately, Pesky's. Timetable for all this. When I stood up to her and said, "Fuck off, bitch. I'm done being your money bank." That was November. That was November 22nd. That was Wednesday. For those who don't know. American Thanksgiving. The Mabarong is a Filipino version of a sorcerer or sorceress. The Warlock Witch is a Mamalarong, e.g. Mamalarong Vana Riza Decano. The name is derived from the word barong. Other synonymous terms include the Hiligaynon, or Gaon, or Ganon, word Manong, Hiwit, which is also synonymous to kolom, the verb Barangon, or Hiwatan, means to place a hex or curse in Tagalog. A curse in Tagalog is a sumpa. In legends, the Mabarong keeps his or her swarm of carnivorous beetles in a bottle or a section of bamboo, carefully feeding them ginger root. When the practitioner decides to employ his dark art, he performs a prayer ritual wherein he whispers instructions and identifies the victim to the beetles. The destructive insects are then set free and to seek out the victim to gain entry into the body via any bodily orifice, the nose, mouth, ears, anus, or dermal breaks such as in open sores or wounds. The victim will then feel the effects of the invasion of the insects through manifestations depending on the area of entry. hemorrhoids if through the anus, an earache if through the ears, and other similar cases. The resulting illness is supposedly resistant to conventional medical treatment and only reveals its true nature when the victim succumbs and flying insects issue forth from bodily cavities. In reality, it is possible a carnivorous beetle could lay eggs in someone it killed, and the eggs would then hatch post-mortem. Superstitious folks still attribute certain illnesses or disease to the barong. This most often happens in provinces where an herbal doctor, an albulario, or a faith healer, or a mana nambal, or sorhawana, or god damn it. Basically faith healers, both male and female versions, treats such diseases. In some rural provincial areas, people completely rely on the faith healers and the mana numbral for treatment. That's Wikipedia. Now we are at Myth Museum, Weebly.com. The Mabarong is a witch that has the ability to make people ill or die using insects. They are ordinary-looking individuals. The Mabarongs train various insects such as beetles, centipedes, cockroaches, locusts, and moths to enter people's bodies. She keeps the insects in a bamboo tube before unleashing them at night to attack their victim. The insects cause the victim's body to swell, have boils, and lesions. People come to other sorcerers to seek for remedy against the effects that the Mabarongs have caused. Also known as Abarangan. Its origin is Bakal, Lorre. Creature type is a witch. Habitat, houses and communities. Etymology, the word barong is a kind of insect beetle. And questionnaire? That's not it. I have a third one, which discusses the Beatles. Let's go to my profile on Pagans and Witches. Go to what the fuck do I do now? Ah, cryptids. I wonder why that didn't show up. In Philippine mythology, the Mabarong. What is a barong? I can hear people ask, well, even I myself have obscured thoughts on what it really is. But as many define it, barong is a type of magic much closer to shamanism than Kolum. So, it's possible that Ratface, because his name came up first, the first time. Shit, sorry. His name came up first in the first investigation a year ago. I find it funny because I'd never talked to that dude. Just Uziel and her female friends. That's it. Now I kind of know why. He's still fucking ugly. He still looks like Peter Lorre. If you don't know who he is because you're too young, go look up Peter Lorre. And is quite diverse and high. So high magic. One might look at what I wrote and try to figure out why I said high. Well, for one thing, Barong is really powerful. A witch has no power over a Mabarong. A witch can only harm you if she knows you. Uziel knows me. She asked for my pictures. I mean, don't get me wrong. She sent some back too, so. You know what they say. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. And that's really kind of the shit end of all this technology we have. But a Mabarong can harm you or anyone just by merely touching his things. Now, I don't know what that means. My things? Which is impossible because I've never sent anything physical. The money, maybe, I don't know. But I figured that it would be translated into Filipino pesos and at the Western Union. Now, what types of magic can a Mabarong perform? Well, as I said earlier, he has the power to place objects within his personal object and in people's bodies, and is really powerful. In one type of barong, a Mabarong uses Pama Home. The name is actually different from tradition to tradition from other dialects and from family to family. So one can only guess what the real name is. A small bottle or bamboo joint. Remember? From the Wikipedia? Inside, it is a spider, a centipede, and a roach. Actually, the insects are not really insects, but small malevolent spirits, which the Mabarong caught. Before he uses Pama Home, he needs to feed the insects first. Then he uses it in magic. There is quite a diversity on how he uses Pama Home. One method is to use a doll, in which he had placed a personal belonging of his enemy, which, given Uziel, it wouldn't have been the money. So it's not that. But the doll is not merely a doll anymore. It is the Mabarong's enemy himself. The insects will go deep inside the doll, thus will they also go deep inside the victim's body. The victim will then become completely shocked. His skin will flourish with big boils, and when they pop, unless treated by a powerful Manga Gamet or another Mabarong, insects will come out. Another method is to take one insect and tie a white thread in one of its feet. The Mabarong will then release it. It will then go to the victim's house. If it comes back with the thread turned red, if it comes back with the thread turned red, it means it has successfully carried out its plans. But if it to be a black thread, mission failed. Again, asking for pictures of my house, me, my cats, my roommates. And I have this on our messenger. So, the photos are there. You can see them. In fact, I might show you because I don't give a fuck. What information I expose about her, I don't give a fuck. Because if she's this type of person, over money? Now, after reading those that are written above, may come to the conclusion that the barong is bad or baneful. Well, most of the practices incorporated in barong is bad and is used against defense. You see, before they used it against the Spaniards, the oppressors, but as time passed, people began to abuse this power. Not only do they use it against their brothers, they ask for money when one wants to have a revenge. In other words, they are paid to kill, which of course is bad. No different than going to a professional witch or Bakor or Hogan, any witch, basically a witch for hire, that offer their services. There are also good types of magic that the barong offers. A Mama Barong can break the spells of witches and other Mabarongs. I don't know why I'm saying it wrong when I know how to. It's too many goddamn words. Banishes demons and heals the sick because of the tremendous power that lies within them. They can cause fields to ripe and unfortunate to barren, cause thunder to come and cease, and other magical things to happen. So, let's go back to my messages. Let's go back to where they said, cut the threads. So obviously that thread is black and is mission failed. So, what does this have to do? The flies that I've been dealing with in winter? That big black spider that they saw, but I didn't? And then I was, kind of afraid to get in the shower, but at the same time, I have to shower. At least those, well, I can't really say for the spider, but it explains the flies, that's for sure. Which I don't know, I don't understand. But It explains some of the insects that shouldn't be alive during winter. That moth that I talked about a couple weeks ago, how it was a different moth in color, like a mosaic fire embry color, that was just chilling. And then all of a sudden, you know, my cat bites the big one, and then mysteriously comes back, which is pretty fucking hard to believe. It makes me look crazy, but yet I swear to God, so they might have intervened. Perhaps, maybe, you know, they did their counter spell. Like I've said, my girlfriend's been doing this a lot longer than I have. So it's possible that I've mistaken Pesky for being dead when she was damn near close. It's possible. Maybe she was breathing, but just really slow and long. It's possible. She may have been knocked out, and that made her breathing slow and longer. I don't know. It's possible. In fact, I would love if that was the case. I really would. Because that makes sense. It would make sense. And then she came back better than she was hours before, when my girlfriend did the counter spell. Because I read it to you. She did a counter spell. And if these things are physical but not physical, these things are basically spirits that appear physical. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know much about Filipino magic. I really don't. There's what I've read. Reading and experiencing it are two different things. And that can be said with any magic, honestly. It can be any magic. Reading about it and experiencing it, two different worlds. Now, this might explain my headache, this laggy feeling I've had for the past few days, where I've been really tired, no energy, possible. And it makes sense. It makes sense, but it's still possible. Because I know that she has all that she needs. To do whatever against me. Just as I have whatever I need to do against her. My buddy Ian can back me up on that. He can back me up on that shit. Now, I'm going to spare you the last conversation due to my vulgarity and my... Wait, what? I can't... I can't reply. Oh. Oh. That's kind of neat. That explains why she hasn't been talking to me. Oh, well. That's fucked up. Apparently, I lost everything when so that's fucked up. Over 100-something pictures, now down to 2. That's fucked up. So I guess when I blocked her, everything got erased. I wonder how you turn your messages off. Huh. Unless she's not on Messenger anymore. That might be it. But, I don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. So everything that was before is now gone. All that's left is the fucking conversation I had after I... Ugh. I unfriended her. Told her to piss off. She came back. So I guess when we started that new conversation, because I had to tell her to get the fucking point, everything got erased when I blocked her. Or everything got erased and started over when fucking... I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing the long game, and that's all you need to know. Because me and Zogream. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Oh, god damn it. Leave me. Oh, damn. Leave me alone, Dan. I don't give a shit. God damn. I don't care about a lot of things. Which sounds awful. I just don't care about the stupid shit. I don't care about his past life, because he repeats it every goddamn time. He repeats his goddamn past life all the fucking time. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired. Plus he thinks I can just turn on my psychic ability and read, read people from far away. I don't work like that. So everything got erased. Don't care. At this point, we both know. Shit, I got 2 albums of shit alone. So that's basically the news. So after our last conversation on the 22nd of November, which I don't know why I even accepted. Like I said, it was to tell her to get the fucking point. To piss off. I guess that fucking sent her over the edge and went to this Mabarong and to spice things up. To make sure that I get pushed into the ground. But unfortunate for her, I still have a few things, a few options I can do. Some names I can call on. So take it as you will, believe what you want, all that good stuff. This has been a long video. I'm going to find out what that malevolent spirit was and who it belongs to. We'll still see if the The Ouija board still says Uziel. We'll see. And if it says it again, we'll know it's on the Cullum level of things. So we'll see, and I'll let you know about that. And I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be careful who you bind and who you bind them to. All my stuff's in the description below. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them, and give this video a like, share, subscribe if you haven't, because all my subscribers are part of Team Awesome. I will catch you all later.